Hello there. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what you should expect within my program. That way you can make a decision before you even book a consultation with me. You know, we really only want people here that genuinely want to be here. We're not about hard sales or anything like that. So you should know what you're getting into. The first step when you come in is really for me to learn a lot about you. I'm very thorough. I want to paint your entire fitness history, the entire timeline, you know, what you've done in the past, and what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, what your goals are, a lot more details. And the next step would be to actually get your baseline measurements, and don't be nervous. It's just what we need in order to make sure that you're making progress. We don't really have a choice in that matter. And lastly, I'll run a couple of assessments and make sure that you're fit for whichever program you would like to come on to. Now, once I have all that information, what we get to do with that is, first of all, on the workout side of things, we custom write your program for you. So a lot of people might confuse, if we're talking about the semi-private, a lot of people might confuse semi-private for small group training or group training in general. That is not what we do. We are not group instructors, we are personal trainers. So everybody on the floor is doing their own program. We limit it to make sure that there's just enough people that everybody can feel like they're getting one-on-one attention from the instructor. So it's really no more than 6 people, if even that many at a given time. And all of you guys are doing your own thing, but being supervised and walk through the whole program the whole time. And we keep track of everything for you in a notebook, so we make sure that you're making progress on all your lifts and whatever other methodology that we're using. And that's very important to be tracking. In fact, if any previous or current service you're in right now hasn't tracked for you, I don't know what you're doing there, because they're wasting your time. So on that note, we're also going to watch over your caloric intake. So I work very closely with you to make sure that your eating is on point. Now, I don't put dietary restrictions on anybody. If you look at any of our footage, you start learning about what we're about. This is a 100% flexible eating plan, or at least in the very beginning, because I'm not under this illusion that there's a one way for everybody to eat. In fact, I'd rather customize the eating program to you, because it needs to be something that you can actually maintain forever. So we don't do dietary restrictions, but we need to watch calories. It's a calorie in, calorie out play. That is very, very basic physiology and biology. There's really nothing to debate about that. Conservation of energy principle. So we're going to make sure that your eating is on point in that department, but on a purely flexible and self-compassionate kind of way. And you will succeed when you do this, because it's only a matter of time. As long as you have patience, you will succeed. Now, we constantly monitor you. We're always making sure that you're making progress, like I said before. We're also constantly doing the measurements to be certain that what the calorie range that you're targeting is working. So that's very important as well. And really, the beautiful thing about this is when you learn how all this works for yourself, because I keep such an open dialogue with you, you'll be learning along the way how your body works together with me. So whatever I learn, you're going to learn. And the cool thing about that is, you know, in all fairness, my program is expensive. Maybe you can't afford it for life. If you can, that's great. I do want your business for life. But if you can't, there is no doubt in my mind that you can't, that you would not be able to take what you learn here and use it for life. Because you'll be able to always be aware of your calorie balance and how to make slight manipulations. That's the beautiful thing about my program.